Shalom, family. All praises, glory, and honor goes to our power, the Holy One of Yasharallah, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawah Bahawadash. Shalom to the brothers out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's on its way, that's soon to come. Shalom to you brothers out there. Shalom to the sisters that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful to their husbands and guiding their children. Shalom to you sisters. Shalom to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the globe. Peace and blessings to you all. Akyam and Akwatham. Barakatham. Shalom. Now, this lesson, I didn't have anything stored up. I didn't have anything lined up, But I'm gonna go with the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna call this lesson. I'm gonna name it "Know Thy Enemy." All right, know thy enemy. That's what you need to do. You need to know your enemy. All right. You need to understand. First of all, you need to understand who you are. Right? And I'm speaking to the Israelites, my people, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Natives. Know who you are. Understand that? Know who you are, because your enemy knows who you are. The only ones who don't know that are you. The only one who don't know that is you. Like the saying goes, Negroes are the last to learn about it. Last to learn about something. The same goes for the so-called Hispanics and Natives. You know what I mean? And that's a rule book in every war manual. You know what I'm saying? You need to know your enemy. You need to know who you're fighting. And trust and believe, this is a war that we in. This is a fight. And it's about to get real heavy out here, man. You see what I'm saying? Your enemies are coming after you. Your enemies are going to come and fight. And 2/3 of my people won't know what hit them. They won't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because they have not properly taken into account who their enemy is. You know what I'm saying? Your enemy is Esau, Edom. Yes, Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. These so-called white people, they are your enemies. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, every so-called Negro, Hispanic, all of them, they all disagree. Oh, I disagree. Oh, I don't believe that. Or you're just being hateful. You're just spewing hate. You're just, oh, you're being racist and whatnot. No, man. No, they show you time after time after time, without me having to say a word. Without any of us, without any of the brothers out here, any of the prophets out here that's teaching the truth, without us having to say a damn thing, they are proving it to you. They have proved it to you for the past how many hundreds of years? You see what I'm saying? You understand? For hundreds of years. This stems back millennia. Know how deep this goes. This stems back millennia. Like since the time of Genesis, man. You know what I'm saying? And those of you who understand, how spirits are regenerated, you would understand that this stems back even further to Cain and Abel. But the main actors of this story are Jacob and Esau. Right? So before I get into this article right here, this article starts off, it's from The Hill. From thehill.com, it says, a man wears KKK hood to the grocery store after the county orders public to wear masks. Think about that. Think about that. The guy has to show himself in a Klan's uniform just to go to the store to get some food. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's making a strict statement to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, without me having to say a damn thing, they show you this. Alright, so before I get started, I want to get some scriptures here. This is Genesis. Genesis. What did I say? I said the main characters in this whole movie of the Most High's movie is Jacob and Esau. Right? So this is Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. And you know what? I'm gonna go to I'm gonna start at the beginning. I'm gonna start at verse 19. Genesis 25 and 19, it says, and these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padan Aram, the sister of Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahawah for his wife, because she was barren. And Yahawah was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahawah. You see, this is what was going on. Our people and their people have been wrestling together, have been fighting each other since the womb. Since the womb. Right? This goes into how the battle first started with us. So this is verse 23. And Yahawah said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb. Now the word nations in the Bible, the word nations means ethnos. Essentially, it means ethnos or ethnicity, right? Because when you get down to it, we are 2 separate races. Everybody wants to say, oh, we're all one race. We're all one race, when you know damn well that's not true. You know damn well that's not true. We're all the human race. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. The ones that push that garbage are the very people who don't want you to know who they are. Those are the ones that push that narrative. You see what I'm saying? This Esau, Edom that pushes, this so-called white people that push that narrative to make you believe that. But yes, there are races in the Bible. Right? And it says, and Yahawah said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people. 2 manner of people. 2 different types of people. You know what I'm saying? We are not like them, and they are not like us. We are polar opposites, and therefore we will always fight each other. Right? It says, and 2 manners of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Everybody wants to talk about let's come together, let's hold hands and stuff like that. No, there was separation all the way since the beginning. The Most High is not about all unity. He's about separating. He said, I'll separate the sheep from the goats, the wheat from the tares. You know what I'm saying? It says in Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 9, right? Oh, no, excuse me. Deuteronomy 32 and I believe. Hold on, let me see. Let me get that. Yep. Father Yahawah, Hashem Yahushua. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. It says, when the Most High divided to the nations or the races their inheritance when he separated the sons of Adam. He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Why did he separate all these nations according to the number of the children of Israel? It's because the children of Israel are the ones who's going to be governing and controlling and ruling over all these nations when at the end of days, when our rulership comes back into power, when we come back into our ruling class, you know what I'm saying? We are going to rule over all these nations once again. That's how it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So, let me get back to where I was before. This is Genesis chapter 25, verse 23. Where was I? It says, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Shall serve the younger. Okay, so we're talking about two separate races of people. One race is going to be stronger than the other race. Now, looking at the way we are now, many people would say, "Oh yeah, definitely, it's these so-called white people. They're stronger than these so-called black people." No, that's truly not the case. That's truly not the case. You see, and they are faced with that fact. They are faced with that fact every single day. Every single day, and they prove it to you. They prove it to you. They prove that they envy so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Natives. They prove that every time. Okay? Right? And it says, verse 24, it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment. This is identifying the so-called white people. These are the Edomites. Right? Check this out. All over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. Esau. Right? Esau. What's Esau mean? Esau, Ishashawan. It means wasted away is he. Wasted away. Meaning they have no pigmentation. See what I'm saying? They have no pigmentation. Right? So it's all over like in hairy garment. He came out red all over like in hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel. Now, as you would see throughout the scriptures, that one event would echo throughout all of time. Jacob holding Esau's heel, right? And his name was called Jacob. His name was called Jacob, or Yahawah, right? And his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bore them. Okay? Now I can get further into this, but I want to get into this article, right? But I wanted to lay the groundwork for you to understand that there's a difference between the both of us. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between the two. So it says, a man wears KKK hood to the grocery store after the county orders public to wear masks. Right? The incident took place just one day after San Diego imposed orders requiring masks inside businesses due to COVID-19. Right? The man removed the mask. He removed the hood when the supervisor asked him to do so. The incident prompted condemnation from the mayor, the Anti-Defamation League in San Diego, and other officials. Right? That officials in San Diego County were condemning a man who was pictured wearing a Ku Klux Klan hood while shopping at a supermarket, one day after the city implemented a new coronavirus health order requiring everyone to cover their faces when entering a business, according to the Los Angeles Times. Pictures of the man wearing the white hood while shopping inside a Vons store in the San Diego County city of Santee began circulating on social media over the weekend. At least one photo shows the man, who appears to be white and middle-aged, standing behind a cart without a hood. Right? So let's see. It says this was a disturbing incident for our associates and customers, and we are reviewing with our team how to best handle such inappropriate situations in the future. Let me see. That's from Melissa Hill, a spokeswoman for Vons, who told the Los Angeles Times. The incident has prompted outrage from the mayor, the head of the Anti-Defamation League in San Diego, and others. Right? Okay, so y'all can see this article for yourself. That's the image of the heathen all the way at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? This is from the Hill. All right. So let me show y'all another article real quick. All right, and this is from the dailymail.com. This is an article that says horror moment, two white men shoot an unarmed black jogger dead in their neighborhood while they were looking for a burglar, quote unquote, as calls mount for pair to be charged. Okay. All right. You know, and for those that's not in the truth, you know what I'm saying, you look at something like this, if you don't know the way the Most High works, you know what I'm saying, it's always going to be a misnomer to you. You know, you're always going to look and say, oh, this is just terrible, it's just horrible. Yes, it is sad. Yes, it is sad. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's not. No, this is sad. This is very sad, because I hate seeing this. I hate seeing this bullshit, man. I hate it. I truly do. But I can't say it's not fair. I can't say that. Okay, I cannot say that. Because I know the scriptures. Okay? I know the scriptures. So I can't say that shit's not fair, man. But I can tell you that it hurts. I can tell you that. It hurts seeing this. You know what I'm saying? I do love my people. I love my people. And that's one of the things you come into this truth, man. That's one of the things you learn when you come to this truth. You learn how precious your people are. You learn that. But then comes the bitterness. You see, because it says that the scriptures said eat up the whole roll, right? And as you eat, it'll be bitter. You know, it'll be sweet to you, but then it'll be bitter as well. And this is the bitter part. The bitter part is 2/3 of my people have got to go, as it is written. Right? This is Job. This is Job chapter 4, verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent? Or where were the righteous cut off? Right? Even verse 8, even as I have seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same. You know what I'm saying? So on the surface, what you looking at? You're looking at a so-called black jogger, right? It's not no black man. It's not no black jogger. It's an Israelite. It was an Israelite. I don't know what tribe he's from. You know what I'm saying? But that's an Israelite who was killed while jogging. Okay? And the Most High always deals with his people first. Always. He always punishes his children first before anyone else. Right? So let me say that again. This is Job chapter 4 verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? You know what I'm saying? There's a precept to that. Let me get a precept for it. Alright. So there's the book of Psalms chapter 68 verse 20. Psalms chapter 68 verse 20, it says, he that is our power is the God of salvation. He is the he is the Father of salvation. The power of salvation, and unto Yahawah belongs the issues from death. Right? Let me say that again. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto power Yahawah belongs the issues from death. And to him belongs the issues of death. Okay? Right, so let me say that again in the book of Job chapter 4. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off? Alright? Where were the righteous cut off? But you got to know your enemy, man. You got to know your enemy. You see? Now we don't know what life this Israelite lived. What life this man lived. We don't know that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We don't know that. So who can say? But one thing is definitive. The Most High is in control of all of that. As it is written. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 39. It says, for see now that I, even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. For I lift up my hand to heaven, and say, I live forever. I live forever. You get a precept to that. It's the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, Yahawah, do all these things. Okay? So, just to let that be known, it's the Most High that allowed this. The Most High allowed this to happen. You see? Whoever perished being innocent. The Most High set up these two Edomites to be in the way in order to destroy this jade. right? Because while you sitting down looking at this from the outside in, you saying, "Oh, that was just a jogger. He was just minding his business." Sure, but what does the Most High see? The Most High sees what you do, what you do in the secret. He sees what you do in the secret. He sees what you do behind closed doors. You know what I mean? He sees what you do behind closed doors. Or this man could be paying for something he did in a previous life. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, the scriptures say that your soul is regenerated. Your soul is regenerated. It goes for judgment. It comes back it comes back into, you know, into another body in order to be judged. Right? That's just how that goes. It says Yahawah is the king. He's the God of souls. He's the God of souls. And he delights in judgments. You know what I mean? But the point of the matter is, you need to know what you're dealing with in this hour. You know what I'm saying? This is the time where you're seeing this beast become desperate. You're seeing this beast become desperate. And it's time for him to show himself. It's time for him to show all you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Natives that you are still in the danger zone. You are still in the danger zone. Alright? His name was Ahmaud Arbery. Right? He was shot dead in Brunswick, Georgia. After 1 p.m. After 1 p.m. This was in broad daylight. In broad daylight. Look at these two Edomites. Look at them. They're happy about that. They're happy about it. Check this out. He was killed after 1 p.m. on February 23rd. On February 23rd. It's May the 6th. It's May the 6th. Right? And they have not been charged. It's May the 6th. And they have not been charged. 3 months later. 3 months later. And they have not been charged. Understand that you are not in your rest. Let me get that. You see, because I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. When I saw this, it did piss me the fuck off. It pissed me off. It did. Like I said, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It hurts. It hurts to see shit like this. It hurts. But this is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest." This is not your rest. Y'all Israelites, this is not your rest. You sitting here thinking how you gonna make it in America, how you gonna get that nice house, how you gonna live in that nice neighborhood. No, get your mind off that bullshit. Especially now. Especially now. Okay? Especially now. All hell's about to break loose. Especially now. It says, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction." Even with a sore destruction. Understand that you still in enemy territory. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Why? Because you can vote? Nigga, please. Why? Because you can date a white girl? Fuck out of here, man. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing. Y'all, that's the problem with my people, man. Y'all just don't know when to stop. Y'all love being comfortable. Stop getting comfortable, man. These Edomites finna come down heavy, right? They're gonna come down heavy. They're gonna come down hard on every one of us. And it's only a remnant that's gonna be able to make it through this. And we only gonna make it through by our faith, off the skin of our teeth. You know what I'm saying? What did I say? Know your enemy. You can't possibly maneuver around these people if you don't know who they are, if you don't know what they're about. This is why I say, yo, the Christian church, these Christians, these so-called Christians, they gonna be the first ones to get demolished out here because they keep talking that talk. They keep talking that same talk. Love your enemies. Love your enemies. This that same plantation bullshit that master was telling you. That master was teaching you. Love your enemies. When the scriptures ain't talking about that. The scriptures is talking about love your own people. Love your people. Forgive your people. The enemies of your people. How do you know that? Go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 19. You get the book of Deuteronomy chapter 19 verse. Let me see what I want. Salaki, brother. Salaki. See if I can't find that. That's the book of Leviticus chapter 19. Salaki. Oh boy. That was Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. It says, Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahawah. You see what I'm saying? So these Christians going around here talking about love, 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 love your enemy, love your enemy. No, Yahushua was not talking about that. The Messiah was not talking about that. He was talking about love your people, the enemies of your people. All throughout the scriptures, who's being told to love each other? The Israelites. Why did the Israelites have to be told to love each other? Why has it got to be put in the 10 Commandments to love each other? Huh? Why? You take a stroll to World Star Hip Hop, and you'll understand why the Israelites are commanded to love each other. You see what I'm saying? Take a stroll to that damn website full of folly and madness and wickedness amongst our people, and then you'll understand why the scriptures command the Israelites to love each other. We ain't supposed to be around here loving these damn crackers who's trying to kill us. You're a fool if you think that way. You're foolish. You are foolish. It says the Georgia prosecutor Tom Durden announced that he wanted a grand jury. He wanted a grand jury to determine whether charges should be brought against the two men, as if that should be a question, but oh well. This is murder, Arbery's family lawyer Lee Merritt said. Right? McMichaels told police that Arbery attacked Travis when they tried to talk to him. That's when Travis fired his weapon twice, killing the 25-year-old on the spot. Neither Gregory nor his son Travis have been arrested in the shooting death. I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm not even going to show y'all the video, man. It's, it's not necessary. You can come to this article. You can see it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that's enough for that article. You know what I'm saying? But this that shit that sickens me. This that shit that sickens me, man. Because the very people, because this is what's wrong with my people, man. They're so sick. They're sick in the fucking head, yo. I mean, yo, I'm dead ass, yo. And pardon my Swedish. Pardon my Swedish. But I'm sick of it. Because my people are hypocrites. You understand? Hypocrites. Because the very same people who are pissed off at an article like that, and like the one I showed before it, with a cracker in a Klan's mask, going grocery shopping. If this is what's wrong, man, because my people, the very ones that will be pissed off at these two articles, will be the same ones talking about love your enemies. Will be the same ones talking about let's hug Amber Geiger. You know what I'm saying? They'll be the same ones. The same ones. They'll be the same ones to come up against me and many other brothers out there that be teaching the word, talking about Esau's not these white people. They're not the devil. They're not the devil. They're not demons. They're not demons. You're preaching hate. They'll say that. Yet they'll get in an uproar every single time when they see shit like this. Every single time when they see this, when these crackers show you day after day after day, year after year, that they hate you and that it is not changed and that it will not change. These same coon and niggas will be the first ones out there to fight and defend them. The same ones. This is Ezekiel. Let me get Ezekiel chapter 35. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 3. It says, and say unto it, thus saith Yahawah, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. What is Mount Seir? Mount Seir is the ancient dwelling place of the Edomites, these so-called white people. That's their ancient dwelling place. It was known as Mount Seir. Right? It says, I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Verse 4. And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahawah. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel, the children of Yasharallah, by the force of the sword. You see this weapon in this Edomite's hand? That's the sword. That's the sword. And have shed the blood of the children of Yasharallah by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. See? and these coons will be the first ones to support them. They'll be the first ones to follow their lead, especially these Israelite women, huh? These female jakes out here, man. They'll be the first ones to follow a white man. They'll be the first ones to follow him. They'll be the first ones to answer their call. You see what I'm saying? They have no problems whatsoever when it comes to submitting to a white man. But when it comes to their own brothers, when it comes to a black man, the sentiment is completely switched. Completely switched. And they don't want to hear it. They don't want to have nothing. They don't want to have nothing to do with it. Submit? What are you talking about, submit? You see, but they won't talk that talk when it comes to Esau, Edom. They won't talk that talk. You see, when it comes to defending their brothers, they won't go out there fighting like that. They won't. They won't. You see, but when it comes time for an Edomite to get his ass whooped, they'll jump out and they'll use themselves as a human shield to protect them. You see, this is what's wrong with my people. This is what's wrong with my people, man. This is 2/3, and this is their mentality. And the scriptures say they must be cut off. Let me get that. You see, because they refuse to step away from these heathens. They refuse. This is Isaiah chapter 13. It's Isaiah chapter 13, verse 15. It says, "Every one that is found shall be thrust through, and every one that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword." Every single one of them. Every single last one of them. Huh? When Yahawah shows up, when Yahawah come back and he sees y'all joined up and hugged up with these crackers, man, he's gonna slay you right next to him. He gonna slay you and him or her, whichever it is. He's gonna slay you both. He's gonna slay you both. It's not me talking. That's the scriptures, man. That's the scriptures. It said, "Everyone that is found shall be thrust through." I ain't make that up. I ain't make that up. The Most High deals with his people first before anybody else. He deals with his people first. This is Amos chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Hear this word that Yahawah has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." You see? See? You need to understand that we're in war. We're in wartime. We're in wartime. There's no peace here. There's no peace. Let me get that. There's no peace, man. You're sitting here looking for peace and hand holding with your enemies, man. This is Isaiah. Let me see. Slide you, brother. I'm trying to find this. Darn it. Where is it? The scripture has eluded me. You know what? Let's see if I can't find this. Salaki, brother, and I was actually right up on it. I was right up on it. But this is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 14. Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 14, it says, "They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people, slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace." When there is no peace. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to find peace with these people. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. There is no peace with these people. You see what I'm saying? Even the ones that'll tell you to your face, "Oh, I don't see color." Those are the ones you need to look out for the most. You see what I'm saying? The ones that smile a lot, the ones that have the biggest smiles, the biggest grins, you need to watch them the most. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures say walk circumspectly. Circumspectly, meaning watch yourself. Watch your ass. You know what I'm saying? Watch your step. Be mindful. Be careful. Know that you're in the middle of a war. A silent one. A silent war that's about to explode real soon. It's about to explode real soon. But they're showing their colors slowly but surely. They're showing their colors. And now, since we're in the middle of this pandemic, and everybody's afraid, everybody's fearful, and they have just put the face of the coronavirus on the so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native, the quote-unquote low-income families. You know what that translates as. That translates to Jacob. It translates to Jacob. Right? You best understand they coming, man. They coming. The scriptures say they shall be as madmen, sparing none. You know what? Let me get that while this is on my mind. This is 2nd Esdras. Let me get 2nd Esdras. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 16. 2nd Esdras chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse 69. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahawah. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahawah. It's not going to be pretty out here, man. It's not going to be pretty. Understand this. Know your enemy. Know your enemy. Stop trusting them. Stop playing around with them. You know what I'm saying? Stop hugging on them. Stop holding hands and all that garbage. Because soon enough you're gonna find out their true nature is coming to the surface. The book of Sirach, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Y'all thought that this was just a day in the past. You know what I'm saying? They straight up shot that man. You know what I'm saying? They straight up shot that man in broad daylight. Straight up shot him. Straight up shot him, and didn't even go to jail. Didn't even go to jail. Didn't even get arrested for it. They shot that man. Right? This man just walks inside of a store, a grocery store, with a Klan mask on, nonchalantly. You see what I'm saying? What is this? Is this 1925 Alabama? No, it's not. No, it's not. Nigga, this is 2020. Year 2020. Damn it. Understand where you are. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing has changed. It says he has kept his hatred. He has kept it perpetually. This is the book of Amos. Amos chapter 1, verse 11. It says, Thus saith Yahawah, for 3 transgressions of Edom, these so-called white people, for Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. With the what? With the sword, the gun that's in this man's hands right here. With the sword. Right? Because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity. And did cast off all pity. This man don't pity you. Huh? This woman don't pity you. These Edomites don't pity you. Right? Check this out. And his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Forever. This ain't gonna stop. This ain't gonna stop. This is forever. This is perpetual. This ain't going nowhere, man. You would think that this is in the early 1900s, but it ain't. But it ain't. You see, while all these heathens is talking, running around here talking about we've changed and we've progressed and this and that, and you've had a black president, all that garbage that comes out their mouth. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. It says, never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy. But it's not easy for you if you don't know who your enemy is. What is this? This lesson is know thine enemy. Know thy enemy. You have to know who he is in order to beware of him. You got to know who your enemy is first. That's how this works. That's how this works, Israel. You have to know who they are first. All right? Let me get the book of Ecclesiastes. Joker's sitting around here dumbfounded because they don't. And notice the cycle just continues. It just continues and continues and continues. You know what I'm saying? Sandra Bland gets shot. You get up. They get upset. Then they just and they're cool again, and nothing changes. Huh? Philando Castile, they get upset. They say we're gonna boycott and all this stuff. Watch, you just watch, and then we're cool now. We're cool, right? Tamir Rice, and the same thing goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, and you can't remember all the names. It's been that many. Eric Garner, A Tatiana, who else? How many more? It don't change. It don't change. It's a continuing cycle over and over and over and over. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Let me see. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. It says, to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill. Yes. A time to kill, people. And a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. Right? A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. Y'all better stop embracing these people. Now is definitely not that time. You see what I'm saying? Verse 6. A time to get and a time to loose. A time to keep and a time to cast away. A time to rend and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. You see, the Most High ain't about what these Christians is talking about. The Most High ain't about that. What God are they talking about? They certainly ain't talking about the God of the Bible, because the God of the Bible is telling you what? That there's a time to hate as well. And now is definitely that time to refrain from embracing. The time is definitely now to hate. To hate. Okay? And I hate what these heathens are doing. I hate what these heathens is about. I hate them with a perfect hatred, as it is written. As it is written. Let me get that. Let me see where it is. I believe it's in... Is that... Let me see. I know it's in the book of Psalms. I'm gonna have to look this one up. There we go. This is Psalms chapter 139. Let me see. Psalms chapter 139, verse 19. Says, surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahawah. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. Who's these bloody men? Who's the wicked? Esau, Edom. Esau, Edom, as it is written in Malachi chapter 1 verse 4, these are the wicked. They're so wicked they are called the border of wickedness. They're called the border of wickedness. Meaning there's nobody that can top these people when it comes to who's wicked. No one can top these people. Huh? It says, depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. Ye bloody men. Huh? Think about these people. And this goes out to all these coons out there. All these coons out there. These Negroites that keep talking about Esau's not the Arabs. Esau's not the Arabs. Really? Really? Excuse me, Esau is the Arabs. That's what they say. They say that Esau are the Arabs. They're not these white people. They're the Arabs. That's Esau. Not according to Scripture. You see, according to Scripture, it says that nobody can top these people. Nobody can top Esau, Edom when it comes to weaponry. Nobody can top Esau, Edom when it comes to killing and destruction. You see what I'm saying? And anybody who tries to dispute that, you can simply go into history. You can take a nice simple stroll through history and see all of the mayhem of Esau, Edom. You see what I'm saying? Just off their records alone. 98% of this nation's lifespan has been delved in war. Think about that. There's only been a handful of years that this nation has seen peace. Think about that. America, think about it. Think about that. Who's the bloody man? Who are the bloody men? Huh? Do these Arabs go around and glorify World War II? Do these Arabs go around glorifying the Vietnam War and this, that, and the third? You know what I'm saying? Do they do that? Do they push out video games that glorify warfare? No, the Arabs don't do that. The Arabs don't do that. Edom does that. The Edomites do that. The children of Esau do that. You see? It says, surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O Yahawah. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly, and thine enemies take thy name in vain. Do I not hate them, O Yahawah, that hate thee? And am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? Verse 22, I hate them with perfect hatred. I count them mine enemies. Okay? So while all these Christians is losing their heads off the fact that I said I hate them, notice that King David said it first. And he was beloved of the Most High, a man after the Most High's own heart. You see what I'm saying? This is righteous hatred. This is perfect hatred. To hate those who are wicked. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no love but to my people. Ain't no love but to my people. Y'all need to learn to understand and know your enemies. Because your enemy is coming. And he's coming real soon. And he's going to come hard. There's no nice way to tell you this. You know what I'm saying? But I think this lesson went on pretty long. Like I said, I didn't have anything lined up, man. I just went off the spirit. So I'm gonna cut it here and say, Call Halon Yalah, Yahawah Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Havakakodash. Shalom to the brothers out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the sisters out there that's listening in, and that's remaining true to the faith, remaining faithful to their husbands and guiding their children. Shalom to the 12 tribes that are scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings to you all. Barakatham. Shalom.